There are almost no foreign investors on the Russian foreign exchange market now. Now the figure is at the level of the mid-1990s.
After the events of last year, the foreign exchange market has changed dramatically. Firstly, the currency structure has changed. Until 2022, turnover in the currency section of the Moscow exchange was 2 to 3 times higher than now. And secondly, 80 to 90% of the market accounted for dollars and euros. Now, a third is dollars, 10% is euros, a third is yuan, the rest are various currencies. The departure from the dollar and euro in settlements and the reduction in the share of hard currency is an independent factor in the weakening of the ruble. Mikhail Zadornov, former Minister of Finance of Russia, in the column for RBC Russia.
Not only Western defense and energy enterprises and financial organizations are abandoning the Russian market, operations with the Russian ruble was stopped by the world's largest crypto exchanges, first Binance and then OKX.
Russian ruble trading is no longer available on the OKX P2P platform. Users from Russia still have the option to trade other currencies. From the message of the OKX exchange on Telegram.
Russia is actually cut off from Western capital thanks to sanctions related to, first, the import of military goods and later, dual-use ones. The market has become less liquid, that is, fewer transactions are carried out, and it is more difficult to exchange assets for money. Moreover, together with foreign investors and hence money, technology is leaving the federation.
We must also consider here not just a direct financial issue. These companies are taking away technologies. These companies are taking away business models. These companies are taking away the supply of very necessary raw materials that are not produced in Russia. Accordingly, these companies impoverish Russia technologically. So even if they later buy out or take away these networks, the quality of products is significantly deteriorating and the assortment is deteriorating.
In conditions when dollars and euros are practically not coming from abroad and expenses are growing, primarily for the continuation of the war against Ukraine, the already huge deficit in the Russian budget is increasing.
The deficit of the state budget without the ability to finance it, because, again, they are cut off from external capital borrowing market, and the domestic business would not really like to finance this deficit. This invariability leads to one thing. On the one hand, you must turn on an additional printing press and spin inflation in the hope that it might help you, but that has a downside.
The downside, according to Ostenko, is that inflation is spinning out of control. The central bank is unable to radically change the situation. The ruble is getting cheaper. Since the beginning of the year, the fall has been about 40%, and Russians can buy less and less for their pensions and salaries, primarily imported goods. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Valeria Nikopelova, UATV News.